First of all, hemming has two types: blind hemming and the feeling hemming. So I'm going to teach you the two today. So for us to be able to hem, we need our thread, our needle, and our fabric. You can decide to use the smallest needle. You can decide to use the medium size needle. You can decide to use the big size needle. So I have three sets of needles here. So for this hemming, I will be using this medium size needle. So I'll be using this medium size needle to hem. So first of all, how to thread our needle for the hemming. You take your needle and thread, and you pass your thread inside your needle. So you bring it out and you take it forward. In this hemming, I'm going to knot just one part of it to secure it. We are not going to knot the two together because we don't want our hemming to be stretching, like to be gathered. So now I'm going to show it to you. So this is the length of the one that was not knot, and this is the length of the other one. So come with me now, let's do it together. So before you start, I've already threaded my needle. So first of all, you fold one and you fold again two. So if you want to iron it before you hem it, you are free, or you pin it. So let me just teach you, if there's no iron, what you will do. So you just pin it like this to secure your line, so that you will know you have a straight hemming. So now we pick up our thread and needle. Look at the thread. So first of all, at this place facing you, you take your needle inside and you bring it out, because this particular hemming is called blind hemming. Then you take it back, because we want to secure the edge of the thread. Then when you want to start hemming now, then you take it back to that same point where you place it, and you bring it out. When you bring it out, then you, at the main fabric, you take it a little pinch. You take the fabric a little pinch, so that you will not be seeing it at the back of the main fabric. Then you bring it out. When you bring it out, then you pass it again. At that point that you brought it out, you pass it again to this fabric, the part of the fabric facing you. You can make it as close as possible, you can make it as far as possible, depends on what you want it to be. Then you take it out again. Remember, our thread is single here, but at the tip is double. So from this same point that you brought it out, at the main fabric, you take it again in a little. You take it a little in. Look at it. Then you bring it out. You bring it out. Then you pass it to this upper folded fabric here, and you take it in. Don't let it come out. You bring it out, and you bring it out again. Then you tighten your stitch, so that the first ones will be secured. Then from this point, you see it's still at the inner folded fabric. So you take it to the main fabric now. You take it a little, like one or two threads. See it? Then you bring it out, and you take it into this folded fabric, and you bring it out. Stretch it out. As you can see, you only have a little of the pink and it's not visible. And I believe if you want to use it to make your your trouser or your skirt, you will use exact the same color. So if you use the same color of thread with the fabric, it won't be showing. So you can barely see from the camera that it is showing. So we continue and so on. That's how we are going to do it to the end. Let me do one more again. So we are getting closer to the edge of it. So this is the edge of it. So we do the same thing we did at the beginning for the end of it. So that we can use to secure it. Secure the thread. Then you cut it off. So this is the hemming. So check everywhere about it. You can use this hemming for your trousers, for your skirt, for your sleeve, for your neckline, for your facing, whatever. So the next hemming that we'll be doing now is the filling hemming. This is the blind hemming, the one that you do not see the thread. So the filling hemming is what we are going to do now. So you also take the double fold, 1, 2. So you are still going the same way you pass your thread, the same way your thread one was longer than the other. If you watch all the hemming that I did with a single thread. Despite the fact the thread was double, the edge we have a single thread. So you're going to knot the edge again the way we knotted it, and we will. This filling hemming has two types also, because for the sake of learning, that's why I'm pinning. If I want to make it, I don't pin, because some people may want to do it and their C is shifting and they will be discouraged. So the best way, just pin it down to secure your straight line. So we have to secure the edge of the thread. This is what you're going to do. Pass it in once, that other one will pass it out twice. Then you pick from the down one to the upper folded part. You bring it out. As you can see, the thread is showing. That's why it's called the filling hemming. The process whereby the thread is showing at the top of the hem. You can make the space as big as possible. You can make it as big as you can handle, and you can make it as small as you want it to be neat. So this process that you take a little piece from the main fabric and you connect it to this folded fabric. As you can see, our stitches are showing at the top of it. So you can easily call it a basted line, a basting line. So continue the same way. Take the smaller part of the main fabric, connect the needle to the upper part. Then you draw your thread to secure that part. So the same thing you do, or you take it out from the main fabric and you pass it up. So when I get to the half of this line, I will continue with the other type of the filling hemming. That one is a regular one that most people use when they are sewing normal stitches. You can use it for normal stitches, you can use it for hemming. Because it's time for me to teach you the other part of the hemming. So you can see, even at this point in the back, you cannot find the line. The only line you can find is just a few lines that when you use the normal color of the thread, you won't be able to see it. So now the other part of the filling hemming is the type of hemming that you do this way. So let's secure this one first. So now this is it. You do it like this. The same way you pass it out. Take a little from the main fabric, connect it to the folded fabric. Then you use your thread. You know, in the other one we're just coming out. You use the thread, the side closest to your needle. You round it to the needle this way, and you draw it out. This is another filling hemming. So the same thing you will do. Take a little from the main fabric, then connect it to the folded fabric. Then you cross your thread to the needle line, so you can see. So you can use this type also to hem your trouser, your skirt, whatever you want to hem. This is another type of hemming. So we have the blind hemming, like I said, and the filling hemming. So you connect. So you can see the line very well. So we are getting to the end of it. Then take it to the end point. So this is the way you are still going to take it from the front. So you cut your thread out. So as you can see, these two hemming has different faces. So this one is actually in a coily form, while this is actually in a straight form. So you can see the dress, if you do your dress this way and you iron it, it will be very perfect. You can see the blind hem, you cannot see any thread at all, but it was hem.